السورية شو عاملين لأنه ما بنقدر نفوت على أي مستشفى، بس تفوت على المستشفى يا بيقطعوا لك العضو كله.
You can't go to a hospital in Syria. If you go, you'll either be amputated or they'll take you to prison even if you're wounded.
والله العظيم في ناس الجروح تبعتهم دودت.
In prison, I saw people with wounds that were going septic, and even then they weren't taken to hospital.
The man telling his story has fled to Jordan. It is February 2012, the Syrian conflict is already in its second year, and healthcare has been turned into a weapon of war. Hospitals are targeted by government forces, doctors are tortured or imprisoned, wounded and abused. For MSF, denouncing the situation is simply not enough. Action must be taken. A team crosses over the border and sets up in the north of the country, not far from the front line. They find an empty building and turn it into a surgical unit.
En 3 jours, on était capable de transformer cette maison en un hôpital avec.
In 3 days, we managed to turn this house into a hospital with around 15 beds, an intensive care unit with 3 or 4 beds, a resuscitation room, a recovery room, an operating theatre, a small laboratory and a sterilisation room. And I remember the first patient started to arrive on June the 22nd.
The team has been working in the hospital in Idlib province for over 9 months now. MSF has since opened 2 other hospitals in the country, but the relief effort is all too insufficient for a people devastated by a conflict marked by extreme violence.
For the last 2 years, we have been really suffering from the shortage of drugs and medical supplies for diseases like diabetes, like blood pressure, cancer. There are more heart attacks too.
Every day there's the same apprehension. Will there be a bomb? Will there be any victims?
If we need to get anything, we have to run. We're being bombarded all the time. Yesterday morning, a plane bombarded a house, a whole family. 32 people in one house.
Victims of the conflict suffering from bullet or shrapnel wounds are first treated in advanced medical posts before being taken to a hospital away from the front line.
I wish such health facilities could be set up closer, further inside Syria. It's difficult to come here, even when it's 50 or 60 kilometers away, it's still a long way.
The men working in the advanced medical posts are not doctors, and some of them don't even have medical training.
How can we tell if his airway is working?
Here they have moved into the basement of a building close to the fighting, where they provide first aid to the wounded.
I'm hoping in the next few days to get out to visit one of the posts that I've visited twice before, where we've done some training with the staff there who are not medical, with regards to how to stabilize a trauma patient, how to do a burn dressing, the importance of keeping wounds clean, how to do a proper dressing for a wound that isn't a burn.
Winter has also taken its toll. The cold forces Syrians to warm themselves with whatever they can find. Good quality fuel is all too rare, and accidents all too frequent. Here in the operating theatre, the team is changing a young 13-year-old boy's dressings.
He had a fuel container and was trying to pour fuel on the fire. The container caught fire and exploded. We never used to have this kind of accident. People didn't use fuel before.
Those who are able leave Syria. Every day sees more people crossing over the border to neighbouring Turkey, Jordan, Lebanon and Iraq. Dami's refugee camp in Iraq was designed to host 1,000 families. 50,000 people are now living there.
There are many families who fled on the same night as us. There was a huge number of people fleeing, maybe 200 families, even more. We all had to walk, the old, the young and the kids. My baby son also had to walk. And the way was very long and difficult because we went through mountains, but thank God we arrived.
According to the United Nations, in all there are nearly 1 million Syrian refugees. They are living in precarious conditions with no idea of when they'll be able to go home. Those who haven't left their country live with the same fear of what lies ahead. All are in need of help and medical care.
Those people are in need. Those people are dying for simple medications. Those people are dying because there is nobody doing any surgical intervention. There's people that are dying because of the chronic disease. There's people will die because of the epidemics. They are dying for no reason. For no reason.